बांधो आप कह कान्हा, बांधो आप कह कान्हा, बांधो आप कह कान्हा, बांधो आप कह कान्हा, मकड़ी जाल समाना, कान्हा कान्हा 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 कान्हा, तुम मम प्रियतम कान्हा, 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 कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा। श्री गुरवे नमः. In the last few classes, we understood what Rasopasana is. Rasopasana is the cultivation of divine love, which we relish and get divine bliss. And we also understood that in order to do Rasopasana, we have to reconstitute ourselves as the Atma and give up our identity as body. And we discussed what is the understanding about this world, our life that we should have in order to give up this identity with the body and identify ourselves with the Atma. We understood that when we identify ourselves with the body, desires are produced in the mind and we start relishing the sense objects, and in the process we go against the laws of nature and we create a threefold disturbance to ourselves, our body and mind, disturbance to others and disturbance to nature, because of which we get threefold miseries as a reaction, as karma phala. And so we are moving to the next line in this Kirtan by Jagat Guru Kripalu, and understand what else happens apart from the experience of threefold miseries. बांधो आप कह कान्हा, बांधो आप कह कान्हा, मकड़ी जाल समाना, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा, मकड़ी जाल समाना, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा, कान्हा कान्हा कान्हा, तुम मम प्रियतम कान्हा, Kanha, Kanha, Kanha. So, the devotee, the sadhak is saying, Jagadguru Kripalu Ji Maharaj is saying, Bandhyo aap kaha Kanha. O Kanha, my beloved Sri Krishna, Bandhyo means I bound myself. Aap means I myself. Aap kaha, me. I bound myself like a makdi. Makdi is a spider. Makdi jal means the web. A spider creates a web with its own saliva and it gets bound into it. And it tries very hard to escape from that, but it cannot escape. So this is the example given by the saints to describe the condition of the jiva in this material world. Now, how are we getting bound? I told you that my identification with the body produces desires, and because of which I compulsively fulfill my desires and then go against the laws of nature. But what is happening is, after that, once I experience the material pleasure, then it develops greed in me, which means that I want more and more of it. So I am getting bound to my desire. For example, when we come to know that my disturbing the laws of nature, the fulfillment which I am seeking by disturbing the laws of nature is giving me misery. So I should not do those activities that disturb the laws of nature. Simple. So I can avoid the miseries, the threefold miseries. But that's not going to happen, because once I relish the taste of sense pleasure, I get bound to that, which means that I want more and more of it. So I can never follow the laws of nature and give up this desire. And because I am constantly disturbing the laws of nature, I am also getting bound to the karma phala, the fruits. So I have to experience the misery. Now, this experience of sense pleasure is coming to me, as I told you, because of my buddhi, my intelligence gives me the knowledge, once I identify with the body, that this material world is pleasurable. So once I get the pleasure, this knowledge is reinforced, and I get bound to that knowledge also. So I cannot give up that knowledge also. If I don't have this knowledge, if I tell myself that no, this material world is giving me misery, so this knowledge is wrong, I cannot do that, because I have the experience of the pleasure. And this knowledge is coming because of my identification with the body at ahankara. So that is also reinforced. So I am getting bound at ahankara, that I am this body, and I am getting bound at buddhi, that this material world is pleasurable. I am getting bound at desire, and I am getting bound at my action. I have to compulsively do that action of going against the laws of nature in order to fulfill my desires. I am bound to that also, and I am bound to the karma phala also. So, this is like the spider building a web around itself and getting bound. I am, because of this ignorance that this material world is pleasurable, I am getting bound to it. This is called as ignorance, because the knowledge which is giving to me is called as ignorance, because it is telling me that this material world is relishable. But what is happening at the end, at the time of relishing, it is giving me pleasure, and it's a temporary pleasure. The final result is misery. That is why I told you in that lecture on what is moksha, I quoted this shloka from Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Sri Krishna says that this material world is dukkhalaya and ashashvata. Mamupetya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam. We are getting pleasure only when we are relishing it, but the end result is dukkha. That is why this material world is dukkhalaya in general. You will get only misery here. And Buddhi is giving the opposite knowledge, that is why it is ajnana or ignorance. Now, what else is happening after getting bound? Something else is happening, which the science can never tell us, but the Shastra tells us. The Rishis tell us. So we go to the next line to understand that. Bhogyo lakh चौरासी कान्हा भोग्यो लख चौरासी कान्हा योनि जन्म दुख नाना कान्हा 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 योनि जन्म दुख नाना कान्हा 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 तुम मम प्रियतम कान्हा 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 कान्हा. So what else I understood from the saints or from the Vedic literature, from Itihasas and Puranas, is that, there are, according to Shastra, 84 lakhs of species, animals, plants, insects, and all these things. And I am, after leaving this body, going into those 84 lakhs of species. I am becoming a dog, I am becoming a cat, I am becoming a lion, I am becoming a serpent, I am becoming God also, Indra, all these forms also I am getting. And I am getting demonic bodies also, and I am getting trees also. So I am getting all these kinds of bodies, 84 lakhs of species, and in which I am experiencing lots of miseries, right? For example, if you get a dog body, and somebody is always, if you go to somebody's house, they are chasing you away. If you get the body of a mosquito, somebody is hitting you like this and killing you. And so in each of these species there are a lot of problems. If you take the body of a tree, you give so much to the humanity, but then somebody is cutting off that tree. So you are constantly experiencing pain and misery in all these species. And in this species, you cannot do any punya, or you cannot acquire any knowledge. You can acquire knowledge about what is happening to you, and about the Atma body, and Bhakti, Upasana, and all these things. Only human body can get it. So the purpose of the human body, human form, is to get that knowledge and then get liberated from this body, and then acquire prema and go to the abode of Sri Krishna, and then eternally relish bliss, loving him. And after getting this body, if we do not utilize that, if you don't take the shelter of a guru and then don't get this knowledge, and if we identify ourselves with the body and then get into sense pleasure, then we are acting like animals. And what animals do is that they eat, they sleep, and they protect themselves, and they have sex. These four things they do. If we also do that, we are like animals. If you don't follow the dharma, if you don't try to know about ourselves. So, because we are not utilizing this human form, automatically we lose this chance, and then whatever vritti, whatever temperament we are cultivating, we get a form equivalent to that temperament. So if we become very aggressive, so we may get the form of a lion, right? So we get different species, forms, birth in different species, and then we experience of our karma, and after traveling around 84 lakhs of species, then, which takes crores and crores of years. It is said in Shastra that hundreds of crores, after hundreds of crores of years, you will again get a chance to get the human form. And in that form, you will get a chance to again know about Atma and how Atma is distinct from this body. All that knowledge which I am trying to disseminate through these lectures, you have a chance to get that knowledge. And you have to get that knowledge, and then by taking the shelter of a guru, and then get liberated, get into sadhana, and then cultivate prema, and then go to the God. If you don't do that, you will take the human form and then experience miseries in this world, and you get bound to the desires, identity, ignorance and desires, and then you go into 84 lakhs of species. After traveling in 84 lakhs of species, you come back to the human form and again go back to the 84 lakhs of species. This is called as samsara. This is how you are roaming around in this material world. So, O Sri Krishna, because of not knowing all these years that you are my Priyatama, because of the influence of Maya, which influenced me because I became because I did not do my sadhana, I did not take shelter of a guru. Even if I took shelter of a guru, I did not do sadhana and cultivate love, because of which Maya came between you and me, and then gave me this, I told you in the last class, that how it covers my knowledge, and then it gives me alternate knowledge. It gives me the knowledge of my body, because of which all this is happening, O Sri Krishna, because of not knowing that you are my Priyatama. So this is the knowledge that we should have. If we have this knowledge, then there is a chance that we get motivated to give up the material identity and identify ourselves into as Atma, and then get into sadhana, upasana. If we don't accept this knowledge, if we don't have the awareness of what is happening to us, all this is happening to us, then we will not be motivated to get into sadhana. If we still consider the material world is pleasurable and then start relishing it, we will never be able to get sadhana. Many people, take diksha with their guru as some kind of a fad. Everybody is taking, I will also take, or to feel that they are spiritual, but they actually don't reconstitute themselves as the Atma, because they are not accepting this knowledge that I am getting bound and I am going into 84 lakhs of species, and there is only suffering in this material world. So this dharana we should thoroughly have as a sadhaka to get into upasana. So we'll go what after this we will go take up in the next class as we move ahead in the kirtan. Albeli Sarkar ki jai. चौरासी कान्हा हो क्यों लख चौरासी कान्हा हो क्यों लख चौरासी कान्हा हो क्यों लख चौरासी कान्हा यो निजन में दुख नाना कान्हा 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 योनि जन्म में दुख नाना कान्हा 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 योनि जन्म में दुख नाना कान्हा 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 योनि जन्म में दुख नाना कान्हा 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 Kanha, Mama Priyatama Kanha, 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 Mama Priyatama Kanha, 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 Kanha,